Crazy high school stories. Story 1. The security guard's daughter and the high school scandal. This is pretty bad. Mid-80s. Our school had one security guard that we really barely needed, who was predictably mocked and disliked. His 9th grade daughter, though, was sweet and pretty and very nice, quiet and unassuming, popular without being cliquish, a bit of a metal denim jacket and hairspray girl. I always liked her, and we had friends in common, but she was dating an asshole, the guy that every other guy hates, even his friends, the guy that guys warn girls about, but they never listen, because nobody who smiles that sweetly could be a trash person. Everyone must be just jealous or don't really know him. So sweet when they're alone. Seriously, I hated this kid from the first time I heard he pissed in a sunroof. He cheated or something. I don't know. They broke up. Overnight, he and some friends broke into the school and made photocopies. Tens of thousands of photocopies. Pictures of her having SX, hardcore explicit, fluids on face, intimate and degrading, and about as graphic as you can get. They were stuffed into lockers, all over the floor and walls. Windows had them spray-tacked and they turned up in drawers, library books, and rolled into maps for weeks after. While her father was in the school before students arrived, probably trying to frantically clean shit up, they spray-tacked his car and covered it with them. I never saw her again. Her father continued to work there. I wouldn't have. The prick that did it was back after a short suspension and still had no trouble getting girls. Story 2. The disgraced teacher and his public arrest. We had a teacher grab a student by the neck and pin him up against the wall. Instead of getting fired immediately, the school said they would relieve him of his duties at the end of the year. This teacher then took to Twitter and started posting pictures of himself naked, tagging porn stars, and asking them if they would do scenes with him. He then tweeted out a video of him snorting cocaine and piercing his own nipples, again while completely naked. Some students caught on to his Twitter page and it spread like wildfire the next day around school. About halfway through class, 2 cops walked into the room, picked him up, and carried him all the way off the property. I have not heard anything about him after that day. Story 3. The science teacher and the violent school fight. There was this really huge fight at my school between these 2 girls, and they had attracted a really big crowd. Everyone was kind of gathered around in a big circle, including teachers who weren't intervening at all. There was this one really lovely little science teacher who was on rubbish duty that lunchtime and had one of those claw sticks that he'd pick up rubbish with, and he was the only teacher who actually stepped in to stop it. He went and tried to break up the 2 girls when one of them grabbed his stick and started beating him with it, so he then backhanded her across the face, like really hard. It was crazy. Everyone lost their shit. He got suspended but ultimately not fired, thankfully. He was a great teacher, and the girl got expelled. A lot of students at the school, though, were pretty terrible to him after that, which is sad. Comment your crazy high school story below and follow for more.